project. We thank Urban Forestry staff and BOE staff for taking a look at this project and cashing it, and subsequently identifying that there's no way for this project to move forward while staying compliant with the protected tree ordinance, specifically the protected tree replacement of a 4-to-1 ratio. I remain here. I'll be here if you have any other questions for our office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Related to other speakers, they're all for item number 5, so I'll call you after we hear related to item number 5. So there is one additional general public comment. So I'd like to call up to the podium Philip Christ.
Good morning. My name is Philip Christ. I'm a resident of CD 14. In light of the Woodstock debacle in the Hollywood Hills, it's come to my attention that the President of the United States is a land developer. And I would not put it past our president to investigate the corruption in Los Angeles having to do with building. Spec builders that do not post a bond to complete projects legally is of great concern. I wouldn't put it past him, since LA is a target and our mayor is a target, that he understands how development works, and that the news about corruption when lawyers are involved and spec developers dealing with City Hall using lawyers to make developments with no bond going forward. They made a huge...
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. We will transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. We'll go ahead and start with Yvonne, followed by Gigi.
Go, Yvonne.
Thank you. I'd like to start at the beginning, and that is, please do not issue Scientology or any of their associated front organizations any permits for special events, and also do a better job in enforcing oversight for any activities on the campuses. Friday night they had a filming activity that functionally closed L. Ron Hubbard Way. They didn't actually refuse pedestrians or vehicles, but they certainly gave the optics that the road was closed, and many people avoided the using of the sidewalks. And it needs to stop. They had one sidewalk completely blocked with equipment.
At 60 seconds, we'll move next to Gigi, followed by Paul Edelman.
Good morning. Today I'm going to speak about the street that's formerly known as North Berendo, between Sunset and Fountain by Vermont. Currently, it's L. Ron Hubbard Way, and I'm asking you to change the name back to North Berendo. I'm asking you to rip those bricks out. Those bricks were laid in part by slave labor and child labor, and they should not remain there. You know, when there's statues of people that have done bad things, those have been taken down. So we should also rip up this road because it symbolizes child labor and slave labor that took part there. Also, I ask that you guys put in parking on formerly known North Bendo. Also, give them parking meters, give the city some money, and again, do not give them that Halloween permit, please. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you, Paul, followed by Children's Voices Matter.
Paul Edelman, I just wanted to speak on item 5.
Go ahead.
It's okay?
Yes.
Paul Edelman, I'm with the Deputy Director of Natural Resources and Planning for the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy. And this is on the Montanero project that's before you. We have to respect our few remaining green spaces better than this proposed monstrosity of a project. We have housing, yes, but it must be balanced with sensitive greenscape retention. This proposal fails abysmally at Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy urges the board to deny the proposed permit and work around the trees. You know, there's no attempt to work around the trees. So do not attempt to flatten the hillside for a more profit at the expense of green space, very unique green space. And so we urge you to deny this permit before you. The applicant failed once, and he should fail again until he comes back with a more sensitive project in Inglewood. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. I apologize. I took your comments. I placed it under the public comments period. However, I know that you indicated that you wished to offer item 5, and you did comment on item 5. I'm going to ask if you would like to, again, the commissioners are here, they need to hear your comment. If you would like to repeat your comment or add commentary for item 5, I will allow that again. We'll move next to Children's Voices Matter, phone number 880.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
I
I'd like to
see.
continue the list of
Check out her channel.
that Scientology failed. 133, Julie McKernan. Cedar Val, Sarah Marie Foley, rest in peace. Christy Malk, rest in peace. Alexander Judge, rest in peace. Sonia Tarrant, Ashley Fuller, Sky Chalif, rest in peace. Mark Peters, Kimberly Rinder, Rhea Wackerman, Max Stevens, Larissa Smith, Connor Rock, Michelle Klein-Haas, Clarissa Huber, Sonia Dos Santos, Shane Carlson, Joyce Miller, Alfred Araledo, Shane Hutchins, rest in peace, Leah Kia, Stacy Moxon, rest in peace, Zane David James Rose, rest in peace, Katarina Reyes, Trisha Conley, Liz Conley, Jennifer Stewart Gorman, Tommy Gorman, Tony Unknown.
Thank you. And we'll move next to the phone number ending in 880, followed by Audit LA.
Hi, I have to just still continue to talk about the permits that you're issuing on L. Ron Hubbard Way.
Go, Jim.
To revoke them, you need to have an audit
Good
of
job,
what you're
Eyes
doing
to
in
see.
regards of giving these permits out, and that because they're not following them. They don't listen. They're still having slave labor on the streets of the public spaces. That is illegal.
My phone to stay
They are not
still.
supposed to be slavery in America, and I'm imploring you, please revoke the Halloween permit. It's just not safe, as I said last week, that they had that maze last year, and they had people in there that were older people that did not belong in there with children, and there is no safety measures. There's no first aid for the kids. There's nothing there in case somebody gets hurt, and that doesn't make any sense. That's all I have to say about the issue. Bye.
And we'll move next to Audit LA, followed by Laura FM.
Go, Audit.
Good morning, commissioners, and everybody. I'm here at the police headquarters fighting for another permit issue where there's this undue influence on the city with permits, and I don't know what is going on. So I am just continuing to ask if you guys could please if you could not give the permit at all ever again until they are in line with the human rights of making prevailing wages on city streets. It's illegal. And they're also, I have checked numerous times, every time I have checked, they have not gotten the proper inspections for the equipment that they need inspections on. And LD, building and safety I have not gotten answers if they had it for these huge towers that they built. They just are disregarding, snubbing their nose at the law, at the commissions. And it has to stop. You need to just no more permits. Revoke their R permit. They don't abide by the law or the rules with them. So why do they get special? The special interest has to stop. Thank you.
That's 60 seconds in. We'll move next to Laura FM, followed by Kathleen Whitaker.
Go, Laura.
Laura?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, hi. Yeah, I'm calling also in regards to L. Ron Hubbard Way getting the R permit revoked. This wouldn't be allowed if there was a gang, and there was a gang getting some sort of control over the city and the neighborhood. about getting permits for their own leisures and for their own recruitment tactics. That is Scientology. That is what they're doing with these permits. And when they get the police in there on their permits, on their big fancy days, those police are all paid by Scientology separately. This is not okay and has not been okay for the past 50 years. Yet somehow in every single part of the city, whether it's LAPD or Public Works, somehow they're allowing these little things to slide by, which allows them to control the neighborhood and the sidewalks and the streets that they run. Revoke L. Ron Hubbard's name back to North Berendo Street. Do not have it as L. Ron Hubbard Way anymore. That was a tactic by Scientology to get more PR into Scientology.
Thank you. That's 60 seconds. And Kathleen Whitaker.
Hello, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Thank you so much. I wanted to discuss the issue of item number 5 on your agenda. I am asking the commissioners to deny the permit for the removal of the 27 trees on Onteora Way 4875. This project has been going on as Ocobillo said since 2006. There is a very dismal 2006 MND that accompanies this project. And I'd also like to add that this is a very important cultural resource for the Native American communities, the Gabrielino Quiche Nation. I'd also like to say that this project has not been vetted very carefully, and it's a danger to the community at large. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak, and thank you for this review.
Thank you. Although, President King, that concludes the virtual public comment. Choose who identified the public comment parade. You see 5 additional hands raised. If you'd like, I can ask if those attendees would like to offer public comment.
Yes, please. But before, I want to remind all of our members of the public that if you're wishing to speak on item number 5, if you can hold your single item comment till after we hear about the presentation. This is for general public comment. So with that, Mr. Knight, if you want to proceed and ask our other public comment.
And so the additional, thank you, President King. The additional hands raised, I now see 3. I'll ask if Marianne would like to offer general public comment. Marianne King.
No, I'm here for item number 5. Thank you.
Very well. I'll record you for item number 5, and we'll call upon you when we reach that item. I'm going to go ahead and bring back on you, Lorianne. Next, I see Georgina McPhee. You have already offered. Oh no, you have not. Sorry about that. Georgina, would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes, please. Thank you. And I think the minute used up about item number 5 should also be given back to public comment should there be the need for that. I also calling about North Berendo, also known as L. Ron Hubbard Way. That street needs to be torn up. That street is made as a memorial to a monster of a human being whose cult that he started has spurred numerous human trafficking cases, some of which have been convicted. This is a human trafficking cult that has slave labor that works on the street for 16-hour days for pennies an hour. And it needs to be retroverted back into public use. It needs to have parking allowed on there. It needs to have metered parking. It's a direct public access to 2 major hospitals, and it's the only avenue of escape for the people that want to try to leave this cult. I yield back my time. Thank you.
Thank you. And I see an additional hand raised. Clara, would you like to offer general public comment this morning?
Yes, I just wanted to
Raise
comment
my
on your
hand
public
again.
comments letter system. You know, I don't think I can't comment with a non-Google account. I urge you to make it
Set this up better.
for people who don't want to use Google Gmail accounts. They can comment there. That's it. I'm also going to comment on item 5, but I'd let you know. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I will also record you as a commenter for item 5. Clara. hands raised, and I will hope that they stay tuned and raise their hands again when we reach the item that they wish to offer commentary on. President King, that concludes general public comment this morning. That concludes general public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will, one second, with that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period, up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. To steal me time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. Once again, if you're here for item number 5, please hold your comment until item number 5 is called. However, if you're here to speak on multiple items, this is the opportunity for you. Don't see any in-person multiple item public commenters, so we will transition over to a virtual platform.
Okay, President King, we have a couple of commenters who wish to offer commentary on 2 items this morning, and we'll start with Eva. You indicated that you wish to offer commentary on the minutes and item 7. So you'll get 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. Regarding the minutes, I concur with the previous comment about the difficulty in submitting things into the minutes by the site that is provided. I don't have a Google account. The minutes are going to be a great frustration to the civil grand jury when they begin to investigate the issues that have been brought up to this board on a routine basis. You have an opportunity to change that, please do so. My comment for number 7, the convention center, the $3 billion budget, and I'm rounding up because your budgets always round up, reflective of the bid price. However, it is not reflective of the cost of money. The indenture that is going to be, the debt will probably tenfold that cost, and for return. Look at all of the convention centers right now that are empty and not being used, and a good example of the most modern one is right our neighbor in Las Vegas. But conventions are not in style. They are, and centers are an investment that is like buying a boat. It's a hole in the ground that you keep pouring money into. You need to express the financial folly of this project to everyone that is proposing it. Thank you.
And we'll move next to Gigi. Gigi, you've indicated that you wish to...
Good job, Yvonne.
Commentary on 2 items. And
Way to go, Ganja.
you're still in the room.
Get him.
I'm here. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
very well. Sorry, we have about 50 attendees at this point. Go ahead, Gigi, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm speaking on minutes and number 1. So, for anyone that's not aware, when it comes to the minutes and they are referencing the public comment, all they say is public comment has been received. So anyone that speaks on public comment, that's all that's going to be noted down, is that public comment was received. They do not do any general information about, people talked about L. Ron Hubbard Way, people talked about the trees. None of that will be reflected in the public comment portion of the minutes. And that is ridiculous. This commission needs to step up with their minutes, and they need to fix it. Like I keep saying, even on just a human level, have respect for the people that are taking time out of their day. We are not getting paid like you guys. We are attending meetings and using our voice, and it's not being recorded at all in any manner.
Good job, Ganja.
Number 1, I see that this is referencing an error that was made back in May, and it's the end of September. Why does it take so long to fix the error? That just doesn't make sense to me. But with that, I yield my time.
And President King, I do see that concludes the multiple agenda item commentaries on this platform. However, I do see 2 hands raised to raise their hands. Georgina, I see that you've raised your hand. Would you like to offer multiple agenda item commentary this morning?
Yes, please. Thank you.
And please indicate which items you'd like to speak on. You have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes.
Minutes and agenda item number 5, so I can hold off until that gets addressed if you'd like.
So that would be 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, the minutes, Gigi and Yvonne make some really excellent points with that. Someone recently called to my attention that in other areas of this country, they do it quite differently. In the next week's minutes, you can click on a link. It not only takes you to the video of each public speaker, but you can there get a transcript of what was said. And we are in one of the wealthiest countries, one of the wealthiest economies in California, one of the biggest cities in California. Why don't we have something like that in place where it lists what was said in public comments? We've been bringing the same complaints for months and months and months, some of us a year, and none of it's ever reflected in the minutes, and I really feel it should be. As for agenda item number 5, I wholly support saving those trees, saving our green space. We keep cutting out green space. Well, how are we supposed to have clean air and soil if we're continually destroying our green space? It needs to be preserved. Those trees have been an ongoing battle for decades, and they need to be saved. The people that fought for those decades deserve that. I yield back my time. Thank you.
Thank you. And I do see an additional hand raised. Clara, you had indicated previously that you wished to offer a single item commentary on item 5.
Hey, Big Chief.
Do you wish to offer multiple agenda item commentary at this time?
I'm sorry, I accidentally forgot to lower my hand. Sorry.
They're doing work near my apartment. It was so loud I had to run to the park to do this.
President King, that concludes multiple.
I almost didn't make it in time. I'm just sitting here in my bathing suit.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting.
I was planning on going
with
swimming
the approval
after
of minutes
the
for
call.
Friday, September 12th, 2025. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a first and a second? Second.
Oh,
First by
thank you,
President
Big
Grant, seconded
Chief.
by Commissioner
That's
Carpenter.
sweet.
Very well.
You've always been
take
so
roll call vote
supportive of me. You've been here since day
starting with
one.
President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chagas. President Pro Tem Grant.
Anyway,
Commissioner
we don't-
Mitchell, Commissioner Carpenter.
I don't
All
need-
ayes.
Oh, it's still on. Should have closed when I
Very much.
turned off when I closed it.
Agenda item 7.
Terrible. So, yeah, that was it. And sorry I dumped a shit ton of videos yesterday. I dumped like 10 public works calls yesterday because I just work on this tablet and it's so full of clips, picture that I already have from the cloud. So I had to dump a bunch of videos, so I posted those, and I have 2 more I'm going to post, but don't feel like you have to watch them all, especially since you were there when I did them probably. Some of them I did on Mona's channel, so maybe not, but they're all pretty much the same. It's just easier to store them on YouTube than to try to keep them on my device. So it got to the point, like, either use them or dump them. So I decided to use some of them and dump some of the others. But yeah, I have so many videos, long videos from other people sent to me for the different projects I've worked on. And then I've got tons of clips from other people's videos. Like to make that Manning 8 video, I had to clip so much of his content. So I have, like, I don't know, dozens of hours probably of clips from other people's work that I need to go through and just get rid of. Hey, Peter. No, Peter, I'm sorry I didn't do a better job of it. I completely was sidetracked this weekend and didn't get the minutes, or didn't get what you said written up. And I wanted to give you credit, but I didn't want to say your name directly and call you out if you didn't want that. So I was going to say, Peter told me recently, but I just said someone told me recently. And I do want to go through that, what you said in that stream, and write it out better. I just didn't have time. But I couldn't let another meeting go by without having at least mentioned it, so that when I bring it up again, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember, hopefully, if they ever listen. I remember someone said something about this last week. So, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you via email on that. I just was going through my own shit and doing my own. And then I did that long knitting stream and watched and modded for a lot of people on Saturday. So, I guess that's it, guys. I'm gonna go. I want to go for my swim. I'm sitting here in the park in my bathing suit. I mean, I have a rash guard on. I'm not like half naked, but still. I didn't even grab my sarong because I was in such a hurry to get here, and I thought it was in my car, and it's not. Which, frick, that means, you know what? It's gotta. I bet it is in the back seat. It's gotta be because beach bag's back there, and that's where I have the sunscreen. So I bet it's in that. LAPBW is the red-headed stepchild for Karen Bass. They took the biggest hit in funding. Hey, Lorelei. I wasn't going to be on much longer. Not necessary for name recognition. Okay. Well, I mean, I can do it on the post if I do a post about it, if you'd like. But if you don't want that, well, we can talk about that via email. But I'm gonna go, guys. I want to try to force my fat ass back into the ocean. I need to keep moving. I don't want to get chubby again. I worked so hard to get fit, so I want to keep at it. And it'll be good for me mentally too, to get back into the water and get back into my routine. Just struggling to get back. Oh, you're going for a swim later, Lorelei? Nice. Yeah, it's a little chilly here right now. It's overcast and it's windy. I'm at Balboa Park in a little hidden corner. And I'm gonna go now. That's why I felt free to say where I was. There's a museum right there, and there's a natural history museum behind me. And this is a cactus garden, a little cactus garden I'm in. Big Chief Life's chubby. Well, I still am a little chubby. I'm not skinny. I still am chubby, but I don't want to get any chubbier. All right, guys. Take care. Love you. Bye.